This video is brought to you by Miniature Market. Thousands of board games, discounted prices, miniaturemarket.com.
Hello my friends, it's the Game Boy Geek here. Hey, get that smock on, the paintbrush, because we're going to be talking about different pieces of art. Some that are maybe sculptures and abstract-ish, and some that are a little more straightforward but still leave a lot to interpret. Today we're going to be looking at the latest expansion for a popular party game called Dixit. This is from Asmodee in the North America, and this is another 84 card deck from a brand new artist in Dixit. So how do these cards compare to the other ones? What do they look like? Let's take a look. Now this expansion, just like all the other Dixits, are 84 more cards. This one's done by a brand new artist that hasn't done it before, and the cards are very bright and vibrant, and they also have this different quality. I'm gonna move this like this, and you'll see they have like this, almost like a gold leaf looking thing here, and many of the cards have this in there. This one on the mirrors, you'll see it shines. So in the light, some of these cards have this really cool printing. I don't think I've ever seen this before. You know, it's kind of like a gold foil, but it looks nicer than that. And so here's some of my favorite cards from this set. And here's three more. Love that middle one. It's like a fruit, looks like a pineapple or an orange being peeled. The one on the right, just beautiful, serene picture. And on the one on the left, you've got the dinosaurs. And just to show you that, hey, they didn't get away from the weirdness of Dixit, where this guy's got his own face in his hand. You know, Dixit cards are sometimes weird. Some interesting things inside of this turtle here. And then you've got, you know, some music and things connecting people. Again, we have some very interesting art. Chicken playing a trumpet. Here's another one of those sort of gold ones that shine. Then we have like a castle raining down onto a farm field. So this gives you a pretty good description of, you know, what these feel like in both, you know, color palettes and how bright they are and the different things that these cards do. And here are some more interesting ones. These guys are cutting the tape, getting ready to maybe run a race on a track. This one leaves a lot up to some, you know, determination as to what they're doing. And then you have sort of a lizard type creature putting on makeup in a, you know, maybe they're getting ready to go on stage or something like that. Now here's the last three I'll show you. There's 84 total cards, but I don't want to ruin it for you. This one, again, has that little interesting little gold aspect to it. Well, like a campfire with a totem pole type of thing. And then a child being somewhat mischievous. So there's a sort of a feel for how this Revelations looks. Well, it's no surprise that I love the game Dixit. It's one of my wife's favorite party games, and it's never fallen flat. It's just such a cool idea where you have these different things and people are interpreting things differently and everyone gets to give a clue. And the game itself is awesome, but of course with that base game, if you play it a lot, you're gonna see the same cards every single game, and it does get stale quickly. So adding expansions to this game is almost a must if it's one that you play regularly. Now there's a lot of expansions out for this game. The last one that I had reviewed before this was called Memories, and that was my favorite because it was the brightest, it had the coolest images, it still looked sort of digitally made as opposed to the more hand-drawn made from the original game. That's a personal preference thing. Some people like the hand-drawn art better than the digitally made images. And this one, I like as much as the Memories one, maybe even a tiny bit more because they add those cool little gold, the gold foil type of effect on these cards. But again, I love the brightness, the vibrantness of it. I love how some of the cards, even though they're in the light bright areas, color palette, there still could be some darker images, like the one with the guy who had the face pulled off and he's kind of looking at himself. They still kept, like, some of the cards are very whimsically looking, just like the Dixit stories have been, but some of them are, you know, in general, brighter and nicer. And so I really like this. This and Memories are my two favorite expansions for Dixit. If you like the brighter side of things, if you like the darker side of things, I think there's one called Daydreams that had sort of muted tones. Go watch my review for that one. But excellent. If you're looking for a new expansion for Dixit, this one's awesome. I highly recommend it.
This video was sponsored by Miniature Market's Review Corner. The Review Corner features podcasts, video, and written game reviews by gamers for gamers. Miniature Market, the online gaming superstore. Thousands of board games, discounted prices. Check them out at miniaturemarket.com. I'd like to thank each and every one of you for backing me on Kickstarter, making this season become a reality. I'd like to especially thank those here that have backed me at the credit level. Now, these video reviews are also available by audio on our podcast. It's the intros and the final thoughts on GameBoyGeek.com. Click podcast.